Thanks, Laura. It is indeed still early in the night, though I guess you could say that the Trump campaign probably a little happier than it would have been just maybe an hour ago when it looked that it was maybe beginning to slip away from them. Now, for both sides, there is still all to play for. Let's now go to London and to Nigel Farage. When I left London, he was still the interim leader of UKIP. I guess he still is. He's in our Millbank studio there. Nigel Farage, welcome. So, how's your man doing?
He's doing very well. I mean, I think this is a hell of a run for an independent candidate, isn't it? I mean, we hear today that W. Bush didn't vote for him, that John Kasich, the governor of Ohio, voted for Hillary Clinton, so completely deserted by the upper echelons of his own party, without anything like the campaign funds that Hillary had. And here he is, absolutely neck and neck in this race. Fascinating.
So if he's an independent candidate, as you call him, though when I looked at the ballot paper, he seemed to be running as a Republican, maybe an unusual Republican, but a Republican nevertheless. If he wins, would you expect him to govern as what you call an independent?
No, I mean, I think that if he wins tonight, there will be some quite big changes in the Republican Party, because what's clear is the party is doing pretty well in the Senate, it's doing pretty well in the House of Representatives, and yet, you know, he's been stabbed in the back by so many in his own party. So I suspect that if he wins, there'll be quite a bloodletting that goes on within the Republican Party.
Does it not make you nervous that someone that you have become quite close to, I understand, if he was to become president, seems to have very little time for NATO or the defense of Europe at a time when Russia seems more threatening since the days of the Soviet Union?
Well, I think that in general on foreign policy, it's Hillary that's the hawk. I mean, she's the one that supported endless foreign wars, not Trump. On NATO, yes, he's made the point that all the member states need to pull their weight, and they've not been doing so. And I do think that the British relationship with Trump, if he becomes president, to make sure we maintain NATO as a viable force, I think our role in that will be absolutely crucial. And when it comes to Putin, well, look, there are two approaches. I mean, one is to go on provoking him, and indeed, I feel the European Union and America have been doing that over the course of the last few years. The other way is to try and sit down and talk to him. And, you know, George Orr is better than war.
We have a global audience here tonight on the BBC, but indulge me in our own backyard for a minute, Mr. Farage. In what way would Donald Trump be good for the United Kingdom?
Do you know what? Donald Trump likes the United Kingdom. He believes in the special relationship. As he said himself, we would be at the front of the queue. And to have an American president that respected us, and particularly now that we've become, or we will become, an independent, self-governing country, is a marked difference to the time of President Obama or what Hillary would offer. He likes this country.
And if there is a Trump presidency, have you considered American citizenship and then getting them to appoint you as ambassador to Brussels?
Well, it has been speculated on, it has been joked about. Gosh, if I got a green card and went to Brussels, wouldn't that be fun? I don't really think it's going to happen, though.
No, but you would like it, wouldn't you? You can be honest with us tonight.
All right, yes.
I tell you what, though, he'd have to do an awful lot of fundraising if he was an American ambassador. That's why they appoint them, because they bring the money in.
They do,
so,
they bring
Mr.
lots.
Farage, you'd have to be turning out the big bucks.
Well,
I
tell you what, I'm a pretty good fundraiser.
Yeah, exactly. Nigel Farage, thanks for joining us. Nice to see good old Blighty in the background.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.